Hello and welcome to our little review of Sellswords by Level 99 Games. I really enjoy this game because it brings back a lot of that memories I've had of growing up in high school and middle school playing the Final Fantasy card games that came out of the actual role-playing games themselves. Things like Triple Triad or Tetramaster, where you're constantly laying down different cards with different powers and they will flip over other cards and it just can kind of go into complete chaos, but also involves a lot of strategy and how you're building your deck in advance to try to get an advantage over your opponents and manipulate that battlefield. So without any further ado, let's go into this and look at the cards. Okay, so now we're going to go into the components here. The box is suitable. It's a little hard to get open, and it's pretty much just a standard white insert to make sure the cards stay in place. The rulebook is one of these Level 99 Games fold-up rulebooks. This is serviceable, but cumbersome. I don't really like these very much, but you know, for what the game is, it's worth it for the experience. And it also has a little QR code so you can watch it played and get another understanding of how the game is actually played. But I'm here to do the component reviews. So you're going to have a number of these cards, which you'll have 4 of these setup cards, which have special rules with them, and will alter how the game is actually played. So if you're looking for something more like Tetramaster or Triple Triad from the Final Fantasy games, you're going to be playing with this one that allows multiple tiles to flip over based on their comparison. The tiles themselves are made of a pretty serviceable and glossy finish cardboard, or cardstock, and have a red and blue side, so there's really no randomosity as far as picking them out and knowing that what your opponent's going to pick as opposed to what you're going to pick. You will know which cards are being used, which is pretty much how the game should be. The corners are not rounded, however, so that's really going to hurt the game over time. But since this is a game where you're not going to be shuffling the cards very often, it shouldn't be that much of a problem. Now you'll notice that on each of the cards they have their artwork, which could have been a little bit bigger, as well as the name of the card, its abilities, and a number. There's also little icons representing what side it is on and when its ability comes into effect. And then there are also the 4 numbers based on adjacency, where it will attack and at what values. Of course, you need to beat a value next to you in order to flip over their card to flip it over to your side. Now the interesting thing about this game is that when you're scoring, you're actually going to be building a 5x5 grid, and once you kind of build that 5x5 grid, you're going to stop building in that direction. So you're going to play 2 rounds where you're going to draw a number of cards, take turns playing them back and forth until you eventually fill up this grid, or if you're playing with a different game mode, maybe not filling up this grid. And you'll be going around the columns and rows, and whoever has, you know, the most control in that, or area control, will gain a certain number of points. And you'll score up points during the first round, then you'll draw and draft another set of cards, and then you'll do another round. And that's how the game will be played. Okay, so solidly this has Level 99's great appeal to it. It's got pretty good artwork. It's got some pretty good components too. Rounded edges or like actual thicker card stock would have been a little bit better for these cards, but overall for a $15 package, this is a huge value. You're going to enjoy this game time and time again with your friends or spouse, as I usually play this, and all this in just a tiny box. It's got 4 different game modes, which really help change it up to keep it fresh every time. And it just screams expandability. And knowing Level 99, if you want that, they will answer, hopefully in time. So definitely keep an eye out for this game. I give it a solid 7 out of 10, as it is something I will gladly play most of the time. It really depends on who I'm playing with and what kind of mood I'm in. This is an interesting card-laying game that's very similar to very much other tile-laying games or 2-player abstract games. So definitely go out and give it a shot.